Yo, what's up, guys? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. And I'm going to get straight to the point on this one. I'm worried about Modern Warfare 4, and I've been worried for quite some time now. And within more recent news to where athletes have gotten their hands on the game, supposedly, right? In dev kits, and basically have played the game, and one of them has said that it plays a lot like the old Call of Duty games. When you read between the lines a little bit here and there, and how Activision has basically teased that it's rooted deeply in franchise history, well, I can't help but be worried. Now, obviously, I'm expecting, in terms of the whole Activision shenanigans and the way Call of Duty decides to promote their games and the business decisions they make, I'm not expecting that much difference from this year and previous years. I mean, I still believe it's going to be basically PlayStation 4 comes first and all that kind of stuff. First on PlayStation, I still believe that the DLC system is still going to be the same. We're still going to have to pay for extra maps. I think the extra content is going to be, it could very well be bullshit. All that kind of stuff. I'm expecting that, but I'm also expecting, because it's Infinity Ward, and in terms of what they've produced, especially with Infinite Warfare, in terms of the amount of content that we got and the fact that the game was actually complete and operating when it released, I'm expecting the same for this year. Actually, every single game Infinity Ward, whether it was the old Infinity Ward or the newer Infinity Ward, the ones that we've been getting currently over the last 3 games, every single game that they've released has been complete. So a lot of you hate on this game, Infinite Warfare, and I completely understand. There was a point that I was a big hater of this game as well. But one thing you can't argue is the fact that not only is this game, for the most part, very smooth, but it's also, for instance, it's complete. The Infinity Ward games are very consistent and very complete, and they gave us a lot of content. There was a grind factor in this game, and there was always something to go for, whether it was a weapon, whether it was whatever it was. They gave us a lot. They gave us many reasons to play in this game, and they kept on supporting the game post-launch. So in that aspect, hopefully we will get that kind of treatment from Infinity Ward as well, which is pretty much the biggest reason, if not maybe the only reason why I'm excited for Modern Warfare 4, because of the amount of support and the way Infinity Ward handles the game, and as well as the consistency and smoothness. Now, with that being said, it's very easy for all that to go down the shitter, simply by either bad development decisions or the way they handle the business side of things. Which is exactly one of the reasons why, if not the biggest reason why right now I'm not playing Black Ops 4. Obviously, Black Ops 4 was meant to be something else, and the only good thing that Activision did with Black Ops 4 was they stopped Treyarch from releasing it to be an Overwatch Rainbow Six Siege hybrid, and something that is completely different from Call of Duty itself. That's the one thing that Activision put a stop to, and thank goodness that they did, or else I wouldn't have played Black Ops 4 at all. Call of Duty has got to remain Call of Duty. That's it's simple as that. That's why we've seen other people from other franchises get pissed with a certain franchise, because some of them went so far so far from what the game originally is that it just didn't feel like that anymore. That's why a lot of people really don't like Advanced Warfare, because again, it just didn't feel like COD to a lot of people. So, and I understand that. Whether or not I like a certain Call of Duty, I try to understand every single points of view that everybody makes of why they dislike a game. So, and at the same time, especially from people that watch my videos, I expect the same level of respect. So for those of you guys that are going to disagree with some of the things I'm about to say, that's fine, but I expect you guys to be respectful, and if not, then oh well, what can I say? But anyway, let's continue here. Now, it's been teased that the game is going to be rooted in the franchise history, right? Okay, that's cool, but at the same time, remember, Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, in terms of today, okay, in 2019, those games, even if they were both remastered, one of them was, but let's say Modern Warfare 2 was remastered and released, I can tell you right now, it's not going to play exactly the same way as it played in back during 2009 when the game was released. So, and part of the reason why is because of the design philosophy of those games, which obviously if you're going to remaster, you're not really going to change that much of the design philosophy, right? So, but in terms of the way the community plays now, back in the day, there were a lot more people running around and just trying to figure out how to move and all that kind of stuff, right? But even back then, COD 4 itself, for instance, was a defensive game, and it really rewarded camping like it was nobody's business, to quote XCal. the thing is, in today's age, in terms of the players and all that kind of stuff, I mean, it would be ridiculously rewarding for people that just love to sit with their mines or their claymores or whatever you want to call it, whatever flavor of that there is in the game. They just love to sit back in some random ass corner and to have their sights aimed down and to just shoot people. And with COD 4 and in Modern Warfare 2, it was very easy for a playstyle like that to succeed and absolutely dominate the match, simply because of the fact that, well, to get those Harriers, which you need to get the chopper gunner, and then the next thing you know, it's easy to get a nuke after that. All you need is 7 kills. All you need is 7 kills, and the Harrier kills count towards the next streak as far as Modern Warfare 2 is concerned, and getting a nuke would be easy, and you don't even have to move all that much, if not at all. And let's not forget that the maps were designed differently then than they are now. Now, I am aware, especially for those of you guys that have been vocal on Twitter, I am aware that some of the maps in the old games are some of the maps in COD, and some of the best maps in COD history. Okay, there's about 2 or 3 of them that I could think of. I don't even remember all their names either, but there's about 2 or 3 of them that I could think of just by picturing them in my mind, saying, yeah, I could agree. Some of those maps are really, really good. But a lot of the other maps, I have to say, I'm not too crazy about. And I've seen them time and time again through videos and stuff like that. And even though I haven't played them very much because I didn't play much of Modern Warfare 2 because I was a little late to the party, and COD 4, the original COD 4, I was late to that, and then Modern Warfare Remastered, thankfully I figured out that the only way that I could succeed with my playstyle is to switch to SMGs and use my strafe shooting, and just to be aware that I'm going to be taking out people behind a head glitch half the time, which, again, on one hand was okay, but on the other hand, it was just like, it was like nobody's really moving all that much, and I'm the only one moving, and it takes the excitement out of the game of what COD is today. For the most part, people are moving now more than ever because of the way the game is designed. And if you make the game designed a certain way, like for instance in COD Ghosts right now, if you go back and play COD Ghosts, nobody's moving, hardly anybody's moving, and if you're moving around, you're going to pay the price severely. And the reason for that is because of the way the game is designed. And at the same time, if you look at games that have questionable maps, or maps that just don't make sense, like why are they so big, or why are they so this, or why are they so that, it's because it also, like if you look at it coincidentally, the spawn system for that game isn't really that good either. So those are things right there that can break a game. Like for instance, in COD World War II, if the maps were better in COD World War II, the spawns would have been better, and at the same time, the game would have been more enjoyable in return. So, and again, the devs did all they could after Condrey and Schofield were gone to basically change the game and make it in par with today's standards in terms of development decisions. But while Condrey and Schofield were there, that was just not happening. So they tried the best that they could, but at the same time, because of the way that the game was designed from the ground up, they couldn't fully complete their vision of what they wanted COD World War II to be 6 months afterwards. They did basically try to satisfy the needs of the community in terms of fixing the sprint out time, the unlimited sprint, and all that kind of stuff, absolutely. But in my opinion, again, it wasn't enough to fix the game. The game was still, with my experience, very, very much one-sided. Was it better after that big-ass patch? Absolutely. But again, it was still very one-sided. It definitely wasn't enough. But that doesn't mean I'm ungrateful for it. But again, it definitely wasn't enough. So, depending on the full-on direction that they take this game, that we're going to get a teaser to any day now, hopefully it will be balanced enough to where it just doesn't cater to the person that just sits around in a random-ass corner, and the maps are not built to a point to where you can't counter that. Because with the old games, like let's say Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4, most of the time a camper can see a rusher coming simply because of the way the maps are designed. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. So those are my thoughts and my reasons for worrying about Modern Warfare 4. And the biggest reason that is on my mind, to put it simply, is the design philosophy. And from all the hints that we've been getting from the athletes, as well as the little Activision tease telling us, rooted in franchise history, I don't know. I can't help but be a little bit skeptical and be worried. So let me know down in the comments section what you think. Try to be as respectful as possible. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. I'll catch you guys on the next one.